Alright. Peggle Deluxe level tier list. I meant to do this a while back, but I kind of just forgot about it or whatever. So looks like it's in a very weird order. It's like we started from the beginning, but then we go to the end, and then we just go in the normal order. I don't know why it's like that. But Peggle Land is fine for the first level. It's just kind of boring. Um, you really don't do much. Kind of like a space blast to a level. Slip Inside is one of my favorite levels. Like, got easily one of the best levels in the game. Like, you get two slides. You can do so much shit with Warren. Um, Space Blast if you really wanted to. Renfield, Jimmy, really good map. I forgot the name of this one. Wow. Um, Bjorn's Gazappo. I don't know. I never really liked this map. It's kind of just there. I don't like how the sides are kind of blocked as well. Bucket's obviously one of the classic, like amazing high score maps. Very fun with the hat, spooky ball, of course. But it's a little too easy, but it's one of the classics. Snow Day is just a mad level. I don't really like how the sides stick out. It's like these rocky mountains. It kind of mess up my shots a lot. Not really a fan of it. Spin Cycle's fine. I would put it here if it wasn't for the straw. I know the straw is the main point of the level, but sometimes you just have parts of the level where the straw just completely blocks off certain pegs, and you just have to restart if you just missed pegs at a bad time. I mean, the dude, but I mean, this is one of the best levels in the game. I mean, you get a fireball, you get a hat in the middle, you get fucking blast in the middle. I mean, you just get so many points. Easy one of the best levels. Pigs fly. When pigs fly could be here, but the fact that you have that one peg above the teleporter that's impossible to hit, and then you have that wall blocking half the level, and you play these stupid teleporters. I put an average. Um, Yin and Yang just has way too many pegs, just way too big of a level. Even Cinder's Fireball is kind of not enough on this level. Like, it's just way too many pegs for it to be fun. Zen Frog, I mean, if Claude didn't exist, it'd be here. I understand it's supposed to be difficult, but like this shit's not fun at all. You can use Space Blast, but Claude is probably the best to use his flippers. So it goes in there. Um, Paw Raider, right? I think it's probably gonna be the first really good. I really love the slides on this map. The way I kind of designed this map is that the left side is a bunch of garbage, and the right side is where you can actually have some fun. So I like trying to clear out the left side first, save my, get my fever meter up, get my powers, and I just destroy the right. End of time. I think this one is. I put in I put in average. You can really. I mean, no, I'll put it in good. You can really do damage with hat and fireball on this level. I really like it because the hat clears two slides at once, and obviously the fireball will always do damage. Billions and billions. I would put it in bad, but it's creative, so I guess I'll put it in average. You got to mess around with the stupid spaceship. I mean, it is probably terrible objectively. I mean, just not very fun, very difficult to 100%. Kind of comes down to luck. Um, uh, Don't Panic. Yes, that's the name. Uh Pretty. I can remember most of these deluxe level names. When we do the Knights one, I'm gonna be blanking on a lot of them, but I can remember deluxe because I've had to play deluxe like 10 fucking times because it's on everything. It's on like every console ever. So don't Panic. Another average level. I like using Yorn on this one actually because I get to aim super guide off a big ball in the middle. But besides that, just too many pegs that are underneath the ball and too difficult, not fun at all. You're not going to get a lot of points. I'm actually going to put it in bad because unlike Billions and Billions, at least Billions and Billions, the map itself is easy ish. It's just the UFO. This level is actually annoying because there's pegs in really bad spots. DNA is another fun level if you get in the DNA, but if you don't, then it's pretty miserable. But you can obviously have countermeasures for if you don't, like using Space Blast or Fireball or even Zen to get in. Birdie's Crib is fine. It really doesn't do anything special. It's just Peggle Land, but without the side. So yeah, Buffalo Wings is fun when you get the slide, but it's very difficult to get both. So keep it there. I hate Skate Park. It's stupid. Because this map funnels down, and it just makes it very difficult to get the slides that the game wants you to. And to top off, this is a Jimmy Lightning level for some reason. So every time I start the game, I have to use multi-ball on this level. And every time you use multi-ball on this level, it just falls into the middle and you get no points. So the ball always funnels into the middle, which is terrible. Because unlike other, like I'll just take this level right here, Pearl Clam. The ball funnels to the sides. This level funnels to the middle. Terrible. Um, I forgot the name of this one, but very good level. Can't believe I forgot the fucking name, but when you actually know what you're doing, you can get the slide. Very fun. You can even use Super Guide or Zen if you don't know how to get the slide. But once you do know how to get the slide, you can start using the better characters to get more points. Um, I forgot this guy. Somehow this level's okay, I guess. I mean, it's kind of whatever. Not very fun to play. So a lot of the time is spent trying to bust open the circle so you can actually get some points. This level's very fun. I actually like all of Cat Tut's levels. Too bad he's a shitty character, but you know. Infinite Cheese, very fun when you can get that slide. It's close to amazing, but I wouldn't put it in there. Raw Deal is kind of just Infinite Cheese, but like crunched down, like just half the size. I'm not really sure how they would do that. Gator Pit is fun, but obviously those little sticks that go back and forth can kind of ruin a level, and sometimes you get pegged there in some really bad spots. But other than that, Fever Level, one of my favorites. Obviously, when you first play the game, you know you're just gonna shoot in the middle and fuck up the slide. But once you know how to get that slide, how to avoid messing it up, it becomes very fun because once you get rid of that slide, you really have a lot of oranges destroyed, and you can really start racking up points on the letters. Um, don't remember this. Don't remember the name. Very. It's fine for what it is. It's very small. Not a lot of pegs to destroy. So we go for 100%. One of the easier levels to 100%. This level's horrible. Last Flower, one of the worst levels in the fucking game. I mean, if you don't get that little trick shot in the beginning, you're gonna have a miserable time. Um, and the trick shot obviously not consistent because the pegs move, so it's kind of a little lucky. I'm sure there is a way to get it every time, but it's a little lucky. And just not fun. Even when you do get the trick shot, it still doesn't make the level better because you still got all those bricks at the top to deal with. So, and there's not really a level. There's not really a character you can cheat the level with. Like your best bet is Zen and maybe Space Blast, a good Fireball maybe. Um, don't remember this one. This one's kind of average. It's whatever. You can get the slide on the left side because the pegs actually go with you, unlike the right side where the pegs go against you. So very annoying. This level's fine. You just space blast the shit out of it. Not really much else to say. If you don't use space blast, you're gonna be trying to break into the circles, which is not fun. I love this level to death. I love using hat on this level and just destroying the circles, or even using fireball. This level's very fun. Alternative to Claude would be Fireball, where you it's a very good fireball level because you can bounce from one side to the other and all the pegs are down. So it's just a good straight shot down. And besides besides Fireball and Claude, I mean, I guess Zen isn't horrible, but I wouldn't recommend it. But besides that, this is a fun level, especially for Claude. And that pretty much where we end with good Claude levels because we have Insane Aquarium, which is a fun level. It's obviously based off of that PopCap game Insane Aquarium, which I've never played. It's like that fake virtual pet crap, which it must be good because people are still crying for it all these years later. But um, Insane Aquarium itself is basically just like Peggle Land and Birdie's Crib, but there's a little fish that blocks you. Tasty Waves, not to be confused with Renfield's Waves. Tasty Waves is a very fun level. Basically no obstacles or anything, just some pegs that move a little bit. It's a fun level. Our favorite eel is another fun level, especially if you're Warren, of course. How many times am I going to say that? Magic Hat, of course. Probably most fun ability. Love Story is, I wouldn't use Claude on here. I'd use Space Blast to blow the fish's eye off, but that's just me. I would always use Space Blast on here, or at the very least use Zen. Claude just doesn't really do enough. The the level only funnels the level only funnels the ball to the side on the very first couple shots. Once you get rid of the sides, it really isn't going to help you that much to have flippers because the ball is just going to drop straight down for the most part on that level. because it's not like Pearl Clam where the bricks are angled out, so of course the ball's gonna go away. It's gonna go to the sides, right? But on a level like Love Story, the ball is usually just gonna drop down, so claw is not that useful. Waves obviously a classic, one of my favorite levels. I think a lot of people's favorite levels as well, especially on the Xbox. Um, Very easy to get these cheesy shots on it where you just clear the entire board in like one shot. Um, Very fun, especially with multi-ball and Renfield, and of course Hat. Spiderweb, definitely an S tier level. I love Spiderweb. I mean, I love levels that you can play it almost anywhere. I mean, you can go Electrical. Well, it's only with the Xbox, but you can go Electrical. You can go Space Blast. You could go Warren. You can go Redfield. You could go Jimmy. You can even go Tula if you wanted to, and you could get a bunch of points. The only character I wouldn't recommend is probably Cinderbottom, and of course, you wouldn't ever use Eeyore or Cat Tut. But I really love Spiderweb. Super easy level and it's fun. Sometimes you need that fun, easy level. Blockers is another level that I really like. I really like the aesthetic. The blockers aren't as annoying as you think they would be. They really help you for the most part. Like blockers. Renfield's probably got the best levels, but it's close. Baseball's the only one that's like, I mean, it's not difficult. It's just very annoying because like it's just a fixed amount. It's like the top part of the level is always blues. Like that big giant wall of blues is just so annoying to get rid of. And it's like, oh, I'm supposed to use Renfield Spooky Ball to get rid of blues. Well, why am I using Renfield Spooky Ball? I don't use powers to get rid of blues. I use my fucking Peggle power to destroy oranges. Like what? That is such a waste of an ability to use your ability to get rid of blues. That doesn't make any sense. So why would I do that? So it's just not a fun level because the blues are always there. You always just have to carefully go to sides, and you want to save those blues for the end when you have that multiplier and you can hit that purple and you have that 10 times or that 5 times. You don't want to break blues in the beginning and get no points. Like, that's just stupid. Vermin is a super fun level because you got the slides, and if you know the shots, then you can just get like 500k, half a million almost every time, especially with Hat. So Vermin is definitely the S for me. Don't remember the name. Fun level though. I wouldn't say it's amazing or particularly memorable, but yeah, fun. Uh, I think this is I Heart Flowers, another kind of the same boat. I wouldn't say it's particularly memorable or anything, but it is fun. Both of these levels are they're good. I would say this one here, the windmills they're like uncontrolled chaos. They can fling your ball around, get you extra points, but they can also make it so that your ball drops or slides off and it goes down. So you just gotta play your cards right. Moving Day, I think this name is. Could be completely wrong on that. I could just pulled out of my ass, but um, this level's fine if you use Claude. I guess that's about it. But I mean, it's just not that fun, even if you're Claude, and it's so easy to mess up when you're Claude. So Tula's Ride, very fun. I love using Claude or Lord Cinderbottom on this one. Of course, I have the greatest fireball shot ever on this level where I got around 200k. So, should try it. But yeah, Tula's Ride is very fun. Clear the sides, and then you can get into the middle and really start getting a lot of points. 70 and Sunny. Every time I see a temperature and it's 70 and sunny, I always think of this level. I don't know if that's a problem on my end or what. Probably is. I shouldn't be thinking about Peggle when I see the weather, but 70 and sunny is very fun. It's not very fun. It's only fun if you're Lord Cinderbottom because I think it's like a perfect level for like Cinderbottom's trajectory of his fireball. You can shoot the side of the wall and it hits diagonal and then it shoots back up. It's like the perfect angle for Cinderbottom. But besides that, a lot of bricks, and yeah, when you got a lot of bricks, you're pretty much stuck with Cinderbottom or Space Blast, or you're not gonna really use guys like Renfield or Warren that much. So, Win a Monkey, Warren's levels are pretty bad. Win a Monkey is pretty much one of the better ones, but I still don't like it that much. Mainly because I mean you can slide in the monkey's mouth. That's pretty much about it. You can space blast his eyes, or you can get in there manually. But besides that, it's just not very fun. I forgot the name of this one. Dog Pinball, I think. I'll put it in average. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's hard to say. It's not fun. Yeah, it's been bad. It's not fun to play. I mean, you can space blast the eyes, I guess, but like even then, you're not gonna get a lot because the dog's ears are so difficult to clear, and then its mouth is very annoying to clear as well. And it's not fun. I forgot the name of this one. This one's okay. You can use Space Blast, and that's really about it. Not very fun. The Cube. I forgot the name. Unbelievable, but the Cube is a fun level, especially if you know what shots you're doing. Um, Very fun with Space Blast. You could even use Fireball if you wanted to as well. Um, Five of a kind, eight of a kind. I don't know. This level's fun, especially when you can get inside of the cards and you start getting a lot of points. Love mode, fun level. Good level for Cinder Bottom as well. The main draw with this level is that you can get inside the circle and really start getting a lot of points, but you want to try and open up two circles at a time, so you don't just get one and then you fall off. Rombai, I don't mind it, but I don't like levels that force you to use a character. Like this one basically forces you to use Fireball. I'm not a fan of that like at all. So yeah. That's one of my favorite characters, but I don't like having to pick Cinderbottom every time I get that level. It's not fun. Um, Doom of a View, one of my favorite levels. I love using the hat on this one. I don't even think it's that great for Cinderbottom, but I just like using the hat because it always gets that little slide. Um, then we have I forgot this name. Nine Lift Balloons. I love this level. I love using Fireball on this one. Even if you break some of the circles, you can get a hat in there and get a bunch of points. Twisted Sister's pretty average. Not a fan of this one. It's just not very fun. Um, it's just not very fun at all because you're either stuck with Space Blast or you're stuck with Fireball. And I don't think the trees are in that great of spots for Fireball. And Space Blast is fine, but you got to get lucky with the placements. And Zen's not going to get you that much either because it's difficult to get oranges on this one, so not a very fun of that. But yeah, here is the tier list for all the levels. So you got a couple of amazing levels, really good. Most of them aren't good, and then you got average, bad. So tried to keep it not too long, but it probably is longer than expected.